we just getting into the SP3D smartPlant 3D. So now plays support, as I said, either 6-inch or 8-inch. Let me check with this pipe. So you can see that this is the 8-inch pipe. So I'm going to place a support for this 8-inch pipe. Yes, 601. Okay, so go to the hangers and supports. Okay, select your pipe, accept it. So wherever you want your support, okay, place and select your support type which you want. So if you consider over here, so various hierarchy has been provided. So these are the supports which we are customized, called SDG support standard. So if you get into the proper into that support standard, so we have segregated two types subdivision. One is special support, second one is standard support. So if you get into the special supports, so you will have a cryogenic support. There is a subdivision of the special supports. So the same way, if you get into the standard supports, so you have a subdivision called A index, G index, PS index, S index. That means A stands for anchor index, guide index, and pipe supports, that is channel supports, which we can call it as, and S index, there's a obviously shoe index. So in the shoe index, in the further, because we have taking example of this one that is comes falls under shoe index, there's a reason they call S-601. So in the shoe index, if you get into the shoe index, that is S index, so various types of supports will be come down. So now we are interested in S601. So if you click the S601, so you'll have a support over here. Okay, so it is going to be take in the direction of the pipe as per your requirement. Automatically it will consider direction, which direction is to be placed, everything it will be taken properly. There is a one rule which we already achieved. So I say finish. Now you can see the supports in all the views, 4 views I can say: isometric views, top view, front view, and side view. Okay, so as you see, the rule number 2 checking, this support has to be rotated by 30°. Yes, it is rotated by 30°. That one is we have achieved. Okay, and if we get into the supports, as it says, it's for 8-inch type 80 should come. So if you get into the supports, we already considered type 80. Okay, so in detail we can get into the support components also. Okay, so that will get to be highlighted, support type 80. That means particular that clamp is 80 clamps which we have used. So this one is we have already checked. Size we are just placed for the 8-inch. Now I said 30° is the rotation that we already checked. Yes, it is 30°, but it is a variable that user can change it. So we has to allow the user to change this angle. So defaultly it comes 30°, so but we can change the different angle. So what I goes, I will go to the supports. Okay, go to the property page, and okay, so before that I would like to show you the tag number, support tag S-601-080. 080 is your support type. S-601- type 080. 80 should become for the 8-inch. So ours is 80-inch, that's what is a scheme, and type 1, so that we're going to check it later, but as of now default we have used the one item number, that is this 301. Okay, and the last one is angle. There's a 30 degree, so angle is a 30 degree. Now I'm going to change the angle. Say I require for 90 degree. Okay, and apply. Okay, see, your clamp has been rotated by 90 degree. So you have to see here that only clamp has been rotated by 90 degree, not entire support, because even we want to achieve the same thing. We don't want shoe to be rotated by 90 degree. Shoe will be in as it is, but only clamp is rotated as per your requirement. So if you go into the tag, your angle already has been calculated. It's taken by default because we had taken by 90 degree, so it was taken by the in a reverse calculation 270 degree. So if you here you want a 90 degree, then you have to put 270 over there, so that we will get a 90 degree over here. Okay, so next check we need to make is type 1. For type 1, L is 300. That's the length of your support. So if I consider this support over here, this view, that will be very easy for us to calculate. So we're going to measure dimension. So we require a dimension of 300. So you can see that here northing is 300. Northing is 300. That means we already achieved 300. That stands for 1. Now what I'm going to change is item number 2. That means as a modeler, either we have a given, as of now we have considered this as a constant, this will be the variable. Vice versa, you can make either user can input the maximum sliding length. If we put 125 or 126, so 126 is less than 127, so it will not going to take any supports. If it is a 128, so it will going to calculate 128 means it is a between 127 and 150, so it will be going to be taken care by the number 2. So that way also we can customize, or as of now we have customized in the other direction. That means we assume that already user knows what is the maximum sliding length, so item number he will going to be select accordingly. So we have taken this as an input, we have not taken this one as an input. Vice versa, we can do, we can take this one as a input and we can give this one as a output. So as of now we have taken this one item number as an input. That's the reason we have given the option item number, so user can change. So we have provided a drop down menu, so user cannot blindly enter the numbers, he has to select from the drop down menu. Angle, I have kept it open because user has to key in, because angle, any angle will be available, so user can put any kind of angle depending upon his design requirement. But for item number we cannot open that because it is a fixed one, because as per the support standard it says as only 5 item numbers you can provide, not more than that. So user has to select any one of the item number. So we have, previously it was default 1, now I am going to change for the 2. Say I would like to show you the changes which going to be happens over here. You can observe here, apply. See, previously it was around this one dimension, now it is dimension has been increased. If you want to check, you can check it out, the dimension. Northing is 400, it's supposed to be a 400. This way you can achieve, that means this is also rule based. According to the your item number, L going to be varied, is not a user entry. Depending upon the user can select the only item type, so that L will be automatically calculated and will be going to be given as per your support standard. Then we need to check E. E is 155. So 155 is from center of the pipe to center of the bolt, center point of the pipe. It always says easting is 155. Okay, that means we have achieved that one also. Accordingly is going to be calculated, is going to become 155. G is 360, that is end to end. So what I want to say is, so this support is accordingly as per your pipe support standard, and we have used all the rule based for customizing these supports. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to place the support for 6 inch, but what I will do is, I'll change this entire pipe to 6 inch, so that I want to show you that if you change the pipe size, so accordingly your pipe supports should also change. That was a rule which I'm going to apply. It's kind of high end of customization. Now your pipe has been changed to 6 inch. Accordingly your support also changed. I'm going to show you the properties of the support, so that we will come to know whether it is changed or it is not changed. Okay, so I'll cross check the pipe size. So it's a 6 inch. Okay, so that is pipe size is already 6 inch. I'll go back to the hangers and supports. I'm going to select the support. See, so one cross check I said for 6 inch type 60 has to come, not 80. 80 for only for 8 inch, 6 inch is 60. So if you see here, it is already taken type 60. That means automatically it has supports has been switched to 6 inch when you are changing the pipe size from higher end or lower end to 6 inch. Previously it was 8 inch pipe, so 8 inch support has been placed. Now it is 6 inch pipe, so 6 inch support automatically placed. We haven't done anything in manually. So for example, we can check with the tag, because for tag type here it should become as a 60, not 80, because it is a 6 inch pipe. Is a 060, that means 16 inch pipe already it has been taken. And now we can say that now it is not turned to 30 degree, because we already modified it to the proper angle. So it will be some data intelligence will keep, but some data intelligence be it will be depending upon your pipes, it will going to be changed. That's the reason. So whatever your orientation, place, coordinates, everything will be proper in that location only. It is not going to be changed. Only according to your pipe size, supports part will be going to be changed. For example, for 6 inch, as I said, variable D is 300. What is D? D is end to end ear length. So I'll measure it from here, so it will be easy for us to measure. Here you can see that easting is 300. That means previously it was more, I guess 360. Yes, previously it was 360 when we are measuring. Now it is came 300. That means even according to your 6 inch dimension, everything is changing. That means proper component is automatically, because depending upon the rules, it is picking up. Okay, and second check I will make fastly E is 125. Previously for 8 it's 155. Now required 125. E is from center of the pipe to center of the bolt, stud bolt. Center of the pipe to center of the pipe to center of the is 125. E is 125. We required 125 only. If you see, E is 125 and we have achieved 125. So we have achieved E, we have achieved D. According to the requirement it is achieved. So pipe sizing has been changed, accordingly your support has been changed. That means you have achieved the C also. So we can see that pipe support has been changed according to the your pipe size. Now we'll go to the extraction of the report. Because in some cases client required fabrication drawing, they cannot use this support standard as a fabrication, because depending upon your sizes dimension will be going to be varied. So to minimize the errors, so people will client will ask, depending upon the client to client basis, they're going to ask a fabrication drawing of each supports. So we can provide the fabrication drawing according to the your need. So we have taken the default border files, we haven't changed. Is a derived one we have changed, but we can customize according to the client requirement. But as of now we are interested in the how fabrication drawing is going to be extracted, how MTO will be going to be reflected other than the border file. So if you look at your input file, your A dimension should be there, B dimension should be there. So I have given the A dimension, we have given the B dimension, and your L dimension should be there, and 200 typical it should be there. So that also 200, 100 plus 100, 200, and L dimension will be also there. And your B dimension I already have given here also, so it's showing over here also. So if you want to see the 3D view, so 3D view, it is, you can see over here pipe how the support has been located. The blue one is our supports and the green one is our pipe, and how shoe is coming over here, and with the part numbers 1 and 2. So what 1 and 2? So look into over here, bill of material stands 1 for clamp, yes, 3 mm thickness
rubber lining, 2 of 200 mm length, finishing is black, and WT, that is your shoe type which we are going to use material, built by the 2 plates, 100 by 100 thickness, 3 mm length, 1 feet. So this is how we can provide you the MTO. If you want, we can further segregate this MTO. For example, here we have mentioned WT built by the 2 plates, 100 by 100 thickness, 3 by 8 inch of length they have given. Instead of that we can give a 2 plates, so that procurement will procure the entire 2 plates instead of procuring one WT manufactured WP, but they can procure the plates, then in-house fabrication shop they can manufacture it. According to that we can provide. So that is how our fabrication drawing is going to come out according to your need. Wherever dimension required, how detailed dimension you require, that kind of detailed dimension we can provide you. For example, this 5 mm thickness, whatever is the thickness of your plate, that is 3 by 8 inch, that we haven't provided it. So if you want, we can provide that, because we have covered, anyhow we have covered in the MTO part 3 by 8 inch. That's the reason we have not provided, because it will be too congested, or it will be very difficult for the visualization of the drawings. That's the reason some of the dimension we have skipped, because it is already covering in the MTO part. But further, if you want to give us a dimension for detailing for the each part, we can provide that also. This is what we have demonstrated as of now. using giving different types of dimension according to your support standards. So I'm going to be extract the MTU of this particular support or particular this entire model. This MTO format we can customize according to the requirement of client to client basis, how they want MTO should be appeared. For example, they want a quantity in the end type, in the also the tagging should be different, description should be different. Those kind of customization we can do it. This is a sample of MTO which we are showing for the demonstration purpose to prove that our support is well customized, rule based, and you will going to get automatically MTU, automatically fabrication drawings as per your requirement, and support will be always constrained or used all the rules or laws should be applicable to placing for that support. I'm going to demonstrate one more. Whether support is going to be placed for the higher size, you should not place. See, now we are getting an error, so that because this is the higher end pipe, I'll going to check and I'll going to show you the what the pipe size is, but it is not placing because this support is constrained only for 6 inch and 8 inch. That's the reason the higher size or lower size it is not going to be allowed to place the supports. So here we are checking one more rules or constraint or law of pipe support. So if you want to check the this pipe size, so I'll just go to the piping. This is a 10-inch pipe. Obviously 10-inch pipe should not be, this support is not applicable for the 10-inch. That's the reason software or our customized support is not allowed the modeler to place 6-inch or 8-inch pipe supports on 10-inch. That way we can reduce the error also. That kind of quality or that kind of programming also we can make, so that there will be least error, and I can say there is a zero error, and modeler can place easily with hassle freely and properly without worrying about the support standard. Thank you.